Good. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. It's December the 11th, Thursday. I am so glad you are here with me this morning. Woke up thinking, just had some thoughts, and the thought is, are you good? So there we go. That's kind of the thought we're going to extract out some thinking behind that. Are you good? But really, are you good? I know a lot of us would say we are good, but are you good? How's your health? How are things at work? How are things in the family? How are things in the house? How are things with you? It can be said, it can be said for the most part. People generally don't want to talk about their current life situations, or others do not want to listen to you talk about your life situations or your life issues or challenges or problems. And I think that is only partially true. I think people would listen to you and they would listen intently when you're communicating how you're doing. If you do it in a way that this is my situation and my circumstance, this is what I'm going through, this is even how I'm feeling. And I don't use that word feeling a lot. I don't operate in that realm. Obviously, I have feelings, but I don't operate there and I don't stay there. But I think people would be more apt to listen, apt to listen to you in a situation where you are talking about what's going on. If you're good, are you good? And then you bring up a solution. You bring up an action item that you're going to take, and that specific thing is personal to you. It's only for you, but you have to bring up an action item that you're going to take. Because here's what happens: one day you have an issue, and you tell whoever, "Hey, this is the issue that I'm going through. This is what I'm facing," and then you never do anything. You never take any action items. And I'm one that if you say you're going through something, you're experiencing something, I want to see you take action to make that situation better. I don't want to see you sit in the muck and the mire and wallow in your despair because you don't know exactly what it is to do. And that's the good thing. You don't necessarily need to have all the right answers, but any answers that you do have, you need to take action because in life, we need feedback. We need a feedback loop, and feedback just doesn't come from other people. It comes from the results of the actions that we're taking. That is your feedback. And that is the part that you control and I control. I can control my own feedback loop. So if we think in terms and in principles that every action we take to move forward is a data point on a graph. It's a data point. So we take an action, we plot it somewhere. Take another action, plot it somewhere. And then we can start to look at the graph, and it may look like a saw blade, right? It's got ups and downs. It could look that way. So are you good? If you're not good, I encourage you to take some action to become good. Now, there are some scenarios where the willpower is not enough, and I understand that. And in those situations, you may need some additional sort of interaction with others to help you through that. You might need some professional counseling. You might need to go see a med doctor. Maybe your hormones are off. I'm good. And I'm good. The reality is, though, I'm not always good, but I can recognize that for myself. And when I do recognize that, then I have to look at my environment, look at my surroundings, look at my actions, and course correct. We have to course correct. Have you ever wondered, like, if you see carpenters building a house, have you ever wondered how, like, if you're in a subdivision, if you look down the row or down the street, and if you stand next to the houses, they all line up. Have you ever wondered how they do that? Well, they have a plan, they work the plan, they start the plan, and they build according to the plan for that specific piece of dirt. And I think in our lives, sometimes we need to have a plan, write the plan out as we start to build or excavate or construct the building, that we read the plans, we refer back to the plans, and we measure. We measure because everything we do has a data point on a graph. So, are you good? How are things around you? Put them in the comments. Not necessarily what specifically what's going on in your world, because you don't necessarily need to put all your personal information out there like that. But you can put a one if you're good, and a two if you're you're working on being good. But more than that, I want you to take action towards the things that improve your life. Not everybody has to agree. You don't even need to tell anybody what it is you're up to. But the more action you take, the more momentum you create. And once you have momentum, you'll be able to have a look back period and see forward as to, is this the direction that you really want to be going? I mean, I find this kind of stuff pretty interesting, and I think we as people work and live in community with others, and we need to surround ourselves with people that uh, are somewhat in alignment with where we would like to go, the kind of input we would like to receive. So I think you're gonna need your pack. You're gonna need your wolf pack to help you overcome some of the areas and the challenges that you're experiencing when you're not good. So if you're not good, take some actions. Find somebody to connect with and chat with, to speak with. But more than that, and more importantly than that, take some action steps. And who cares if the action steps don't exactly fix the areas in your life where you're not good? Hey, we're people. We're not AI robots. It's just part of life. Anyways, appreciate you hanging out for a minute and chatting with me on a Thursday morning before I go to work. I do work a regular full-time job, and this is a part of the 5-year millionaire deal that I'm up to and going through. Um, because I don't want to eat government cheese or drink powdered milk because I can't afford the Gouda cheese and the fatty milk. Anyway, so that's what this is the part of. Glad you're here for the ride. This is going to be a long one, and it's a long process. And so, displaying it out here in front of you folks. Yeah, I hope you're having a good day. We will catch up with